Good evening, all. We'll call the meeting to order. If we could please rise, and Mr. Morris, do you mind leading us in prayer, sir? Amen. And the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Rebecca, if we can get a roll call, please.
Dan Martin.
Here.
Caleb Blakey.
Here.
Amy Long. Sherry Gaskell. Here. Rose Beach. Here. Matt Brown.
And so for announcements, we have February the 16th, City Hall and the Walton Senior Center will be closed for President's Day. February the 19th, we'll have our first quarter town hall meeting right here in the Senior Center at 7 p.m. On the 23rd of February, Be Concerned food pantry distribution from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you have questions about that, contact City Hall. Rebecca and the ladies there will be happy to help you. On March the 3rd, we'll have our regular caucus meeting at 6:30 in council chambers. March the 4th will be our event planning meeting at 6 p.m. in council chambers. March the 10th, our council meeting here at 7 p.m. And on March the 28th will be our Easter egg hunt and our 5K bunny run at the Owens Lake. And if we could please get an approval of the agenda.
Second.
Dan Martin.
Yes.
Caleb Blakey. Sherry Gaskell. Rose Beach.
And then we have the approval of the minutes from December 9th council meeting, January the 6th, the caucus and special meeting, January 13th, the council meeting, as well as February 3rd, the caucus and special meeting.
Motion to combine the one meeting and approve as one meeting.
Dan Martin.
Yes.
Caleb Blakey. Sherry Gaskell. Rose Beach.
Moving right along, we have with our Sheriff's Department, Major Jason Knoll.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Go over some numbers for the month of January that the Boone County Sheriff's Department responded to within the city limits of Walton. We responded to 5 911 hangups, 31 alarm drops, 7 attempt to locates, 4 animal complaints, took 22 accident reports, 0 burglary reports, 31 business checks, served 91 criminal and civil summons, 0 criminal mischief, 10 domestics we responded to, 2 drunk drivers, 4 emotional crisis, 1 juvenile trouble, had 14 motorist assists, 1 overdose. Request for information was 5. Boone County Sheriff deputies checked 47 businesses, responded to 19 suspicious activity calls, 2 theft reports, observed 10 traffic complaints, conducted 54 traffic stops, 1 vacation check, 15 vehicle complaints, handled 9 lockouts within the city, arrested 8 persons, or excuse me, 1 in-person attempts were 8, 26 citations, and arrested 8 persons in the city limits of Walton. The numbers were a little bit high on the auto accidents, obviously because of the inclement weather that we had, as well as the, there's another one, the motorist assists. Notable activity for the month of January, I put in here, although it's not within the city limits of Walton technically, I wanted to discuss the incident that occurred at Walton Vernon Elementary School. After a youth basketball game at Walton Vernon Elementary, a confrontation occurred in the parking lot between a player's parent and the team's coach. During the altercation, the parent reportedly went to his vehicle, retrieved a firearm, and then began pointing it at individuals in the parking lot. Deputies arrived quickly, but the suspect had already left. Through witness statements and further investigation, Boone County Sheriff's deputies, along with the assistance of Ellesmere Police, shortly located the vehicle and took the suspect into custody. He is now facing multiple counts of wanton endangerment, possession of a weapon on school property, tampering with physical evidence, and endangering the welfare of minors. It should be noted, and I put in here, that it is important to note that this was not a school-sponsored event. This was not something that Walton Verona Elementary School was putting on. This is the Northern Kentucky Elementary Basketball League. And essentially it's this league utilizes several elementary schools throughout Northern Kentucky. So it wasn't a sanctioned Walton Verona Elementary School issue, as well as the persons involved weren't from the city of Walton or Verona. So you probably saw it on the news. There was video of the incident that took place, and deputies responded quickly and handled the incident, but definitely a scary incident at an elementary basketball game. So glad everybody was safe. So
Thank you for that.
I just wanted to touch base on that. Does anybody have anything for me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Somebody accidentally lost the keys in the car. Will you guys take care of that?
We will, yes, sir. Yep, you can call our non-emergency line, 859-371-1234. It's pretty easy to remember, and they'll send a deputy out. Yeah, you're very welcome.
Anybody else? Any questions? Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
One last thing I have is, if you guys didn't hear, we laid to rest Sheriff Helmig last week after 27 years of being a sheriff in Boone County, as well as 40 years plus of service. So it was a sad week last week, to say the least. He did a lot for not only Boone County, but Walton and Union and City of Florence. So Sheriff Les Hill is now in charge, and I think he has the same mission and the same passion as taking care of our residents. And if you guys ever need anything from us, you know where we're at.
Thank you.
We're always within the city, so if you need anything, let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next up, Chief Vest with our fire department.
Good evening. Let me first point out the written report that the City Council and the Mayor has in their possession does have a typo. This report is for the month of January 2026. So, in spite of the inclement weather, as far as fire department responses, our response numbers was down, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. So, the number of fire-related incidents we responded to was 27 during the month of January, and an additional 73 EMS incidents. Of those, 4 of those was motor vehicle crashes, 4 of them were structure fires, 1 of them was a cardiac arrest or DOA, and we had no stabbings, shootings, or overdoses. And something to note, the 0 overdoses that we responded to for the month is very, very rare occurrence. So,
That's awesome.
again, in spite of the inclement weather, 4 motor vehicle crashes. So I know the Sheriff's Department was out and responding to several and done a great job, and made sure that we wasn't called when we wasn't needed. So very much appreciated. Anybody have any questions for me? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And Cardinal Engineer, Mr. Matt Bogan.
Evening, everybody. I got quite a few things to go through, but a lot of it's little odds and ends going on. Heard back from the state on the High Street Bridge project. They received the documents that I sent over. They're going through everything and I was coordinating with Frankfurt, and just waiting to hear back on the next steps on that. Should be, we'll get the all clear to advertise for bids, but of course we can't do it till they give their blessing. We had a bid opening last week for the Walton Road restriping. I got 2 bids back. The low bid was from Central Seal. It's $62,385.25. They have done work around the city as a subcontractor for just any of the incidental striping that comes with our annual resurfacing. So we've never had any issues with the quality of their work. So I don't see any reason not to give it to them. Also starting to get together, locations and quantities for our annual restriping contract. So if anybody's aware of any streets that need attention, let me know and I'll go check it out. Right now we've got the upper parking lot at the community park scheduled for resurfacing or planned for resurfacing, as well as widening the driveways, just because that's a little bit narrow going up there. And then the concrete panel repairs on University, we'll actually have Dirt Works do those once the weather improves a little bit and we're through the worst of the winter. But and then the senior center parking lot expansion, we'll do that as probably a separate contract from the resurfacing, but that's planned for the spring as well. Also got bids for the Shelter 1 replacement at the park. The low bid was from Reliable Outdoor Services. Their bid was $34,365. And just so council's aware, that covers just the shelter. The concrete pad, and we talked about having a small pull-off and a sidewalk connection. We'll do that separately. That'll probably be something to give to Dirt Works. And also something to point out on those bids, in addition to being the low bid, Reliable was the only contractor or the only vendor that was able to meet our April completion date. The other ones, they said, probably June, given shipping and everything for the new shelter. So, yeah, as far as I know, they'd be a good choice. At the Owens Park, I've had some discussions with John about the new pavilion and just what electrical needs we'll have out there. I know we're running some aerators to the lake for maintenance. So I'm starting to I'll get some preliminary estimates together on that we can take to Duke and start talking about getting new electric run out there, because the pole line's deactivated, the transformer shot, it needs to be redone from scratch. So since that's a little out of my wheelhouse, I've been in touch with KLH. They're an electrical engineering firm in Fort Thomas. They can help with some of that, some of the technical know-how that I'm not up on. So if there's any specific needs that you guys have, especially for the pavilion, John sent me stuff for the aerators, but just anything that we can use to kind of scope exactly what you guys are looking for and what kind of needs you'll have. We can use that to scope it properly. On our water and sewer expansion, we had a meeting with the property owner over on Precision Drive, where our pump house was going to go for the southern water connection. Originally, we were planning on having it up on top of the hill off of their private driveway. The owner had some concerns about that, how that might affect any future expansion that they might do. So we sat down with them and Monarch and talked through it, and we're going to shift the pump house down to off the edge of Precision. It'll be back behind the right-of-way, but I think it'll be a win-win. It's close to the road. We don't have to go up on private property to get to it. There aren't any utilities in the way there, and the city can actually purchase a small parcel for that fee simple rather than having an easement with the property owner. So I've gotten all the documents updated, or I've got the legal descriptions updated. Monarch's got their plans up to date. We just need to get back with the property owner and get that finalized. We're still planning on the geotechnical testing at the treatment plant. Obviously, the snow, threw things off with that. They are planning on being on site the 26th and 27th to do the drilling, and then take a couple weeks to do the testing and get back with us on the results. So hopefully the weather holds out. We don't get another big snowstorm. It'll throw that off. For MS4 updates, I've got the plans for the Lareco storm improvements pretty much completed. I'll bring a set to the town hall next week that we can meet with the residents and talk through all that. See if there's any other concerns that they have that we've missed that need to get incorporated with that. Plus, it's that time of year where we start doing our annual report to the Division of Water on everything that went down stormwater related last year. So I'm starting to get things together on that. It always takes a while to collect all the documents and public notices and everything and put that together. So they get that done by April is when that's due. Any questions from council or residents?
As far as the restriping and the shelters, I'll say the shelter to meet that April deadline, we need to make a decision on that pretty quickly.
Correct.
Like, we push it back a month, obviously, April's out.
Right. Yeah, I think they said 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks from when we notify them. They can get things going. So yeah, if we tabled it until next month, I think we'd be cutting it a little close. But yeah, the other ones were all, they would send shop drawings to the city for review, and then when we send those back, it would take 5 weeks from that point to get the shelter shipped. So it was going to be, even if we told them tomorrow, go ahead, it would still be probably looking into June before that was completed.
Do you know if Mr. Wainwright has had a chance to review those bids?
He
I'm not
hasn't
sure.
been around that.
Okay.
Yeah, the originals are at City Hall, so if he happened to stop in, they would be there, but yeah, I'm not sure. Anything else? All right, thanks, everybody.
sir. Next on the agenda is our update with City Administrator John Wainwright. John has been a blessing to the city in so many ways, but there's no but behind that. John's last day will be this Friday. It's unfortunate. We were hoping to have John through the end of the month, but he is spread so thin in his new capacity, and he and I had a great conversation today. He's going to knock out what he can by the end of the week. As you're aware, we've posted the city administrator position, and we are starting interviews tomorrow. And so John has stated that he's going to support that process. And if you didn't know, he's working in between Georgia, Florida, and Kentucky, so it's a little difficult. But what we look forward to is that hopefully we have the right candidate in our applicant pool, and that John would be able to help transition the new person into their current role. So just giving you a heads up on John, and I know we all will miss his presence around here. And we can open it for citizens' comments if anyone has questions or concerns. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I agree. Well, I appreciate that, and I know he would appreciate your kind words. And it's beyond John in this current role, right? John's been a council person. He's been an amazing citizen here, just a great neighbor. John's got so much potential. Wherever John lands, he'll be successful. It's our loss and their gain, but I know that we are blessed to have had him in this short duration, because now we know what to expect in this role moving forward, because John's delivered that, right? So thank you, sir. Are there any other questions or comments? Moving right along to city business. We have the second reading of ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance of the city of Walton, Kentucky, amending ordinance 2025-09, the city's budget for fiscal year 2025-2026 by transferring funds to and among the various budget accounts according to the attached exhibit in order to reflect actual and expected revenues and expenses. Mr. Duncan.
Thank you, Mayor. That title sort of summarizes what we're up to here. Section 1 of the ordinance sort of restates what you just read in the title. Section 2 says that the purpose of this ordinance is to reflect actual and expected revenues and expenses. And you do have an exhibit which shows the various budget funds and accounts that money is being switched around in to keep it in balance. So this is second reading. We had first reading previously at the special meeting, and you you could adopt this ordinance by motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Dan Martin,
Yes.
Caleb Flaggy.
Yes.
Sherry Gaskell. Rose Beach.
Yes.
And then, council, we have both the park shelter bid review as well as the restriping bid review. Mr. Duncan's a subject matter expert, but I'm pretty sure that we can accept those this evening if the council's ready.
Yes, yes. And I note that Mr. Bogan just sort of recounted what the bids were and the recommendation that he made. He was present at the bid opening on both of those, so we're ready to go if you are.
Matt, we've worked with Central Seal before. We've been happy with the quality of the work. Reliable would be a new vendor for us.
It is not.
Oh, okay.
They've actually, Reliable had our landscaping contract prior to TJ Spillman currently. So we have worked with, the owner of Reliable is Noah Richardson, and Noah, yes, was a contractor for the city previously.
I'll make a motion on Central Seal for the restriping contract. Approve that?
I'll second that.
Dan Martin,
Yes.
Caleb Flaggy.
Yes.
Sherry Gaskell.
Yes.
Rose Beach.
Yes.
And I'll also make a motion on approving reliable outdoor services for the shelter.
I second that.
Dan Martin,
Yes.
Caleb Flaggy.
Yes.
Sherry Gaskell. Rose Beach.
Yes.
And move right along to council comments. We'll start Councilman Flaggy,
Nothing?
Councilwoman Beach, Councilwoman Gaskell,
Good.
Councilman Martin.
Nothing.
And I just want to point out there was a lot of events that were read this evening. You can get a list of those events on our city website. You can also call City Hall if you have any questions, but a lot of things coming up. So including the events meeting so that if anyone wants to participate, I know that we're going to be laying out the 5Ks. And this is a first for us up here. So if anyone wants to hop in and help us out, I'm speaking for myself, I've never ran a 5K, so you probably don't want me picking the spot. In all seriousness, thank you all for being here this evening. As stated, we are starting our interview process tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have, within the next 30 days or so, we'll have good news to share about the open position. And we can adjourn by motion.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second?
Dan Martin,
Yes.
Caleb Flaggy.
Yes.
Sherry Gaskell. Rose Beach.
Yes.
Thank you all for being here. Have a great evening. Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate it.
Change diapers.
Yeah.